Senator Mitchin, thanks for your time.
It's very good to be with you, Brian, and good evening.
Can I ask you about the sale of the Snowy Hydro scheme?
Yeah, sure. How much have you got to invest? Is it just yourself, Brian, or is there a bunch of you?
No,
Put a consortium
I don't want to
together.
buy
That's not a bad idea.
I don't
Here's
want
the
to buy
Section 32, Brian. That'll
Senator,
give you the rates.
I don't want to buy a hydro scheme.
You're crazy if you don't, Brian. I mean, this is an opportunity that I promise you.
You want me to buy a hydro scheme?
Well, you know what they say, Brian.
No, what do they say?
Well, they're not making them anymore, Brian, and never was a truer word spoken. I mean, everything's done in this place. Position, position and position. The 3 Ps are all looked after. You could walk in here. There's not a cent to spend, Brian, not one single cent.
Okay.
You could walk in, put your gear down, you can sleep there tonight.
Right.
It could be yours, Brian. It could be yours.
Yes, right.
Have you got a car?
Yep.
Ton of parking space, Brian. Almost an embarrassment, you might say, of parking space.
Well, okay,
you might
Senator,
need more cars.
Senator, how much does it cost?
$3 billion, Brian. It's probably worth 4. I promise you, if I had the money, I'd buy this myself.
Yeah.
I would buy this myself
Senator,
if I had the money.
If it was such a great buy, why are you selling it?
I'm not selling it, Brian. It's not mine. I'm acting for the vendors.
And who is the vendor?
Well, actually, there are 2 sellers.
Strata Title?
No. There's no complexity about the conveyancing. It's actually owned by a kind of trust. We've actually got some stock in it. We're tipping ours out.
Well, if it's so great, why are you selling yours?
Well, no one ever went broke making a profit, Brian. We've got to look after
Senator,
ourselves.
what do the people up there think?
The what?
The people.
This is a hydro scheme, Brian. There aren't any people.
No.
It's all water.
Well, who built this?
Oh, the people built. Yeah, I see. I see what you mean, right?
Yeah,
yes,
and it's owned by a trust. Who are the trustees?
No, the people are the trustees. Yes,
and
of course.
Who's paid for the upkeep of this thing?
Yeah, the people, Brian. No, I take your point. It's a very good point.
What do the people think?
Well, I represent the people, Brian, and I will be looking after their interests.
So it doesn't matter what they think?
No, not so much that it doesn't matter, Brian, but we will be legislating to ensure that only 35% of this can go into foreign hands in the first, maybe, fortnight.
Well, the people will be enormously...
Brian, what's the point of all this?
Yeah.
I mean, this is not even in South Australia.
Yeah.
This whole thing isn't in South Australia, Brian. It's up in the mountains
Why
somewhere.
doesn't it matter?
It's up in the bloody mountains, Brian, somewhere. It's on a border between...
Snowy Mountains.
The what?
Snowy Mountains.
Quite possibly, Brian. I mean, what does it matter?
Thanks for your time.
How are you off,
Senator?
Helicopters, Brian. I've got some helicopters.
Helicopters?
Helicopters. Are you all right for helicopters? These are brilliant.
They
have never, ever flown.
Those?
They have never been in the air, Brian. Not one of them has ever flown.
Who paid for them?
Absolutely. Well, you did.
No,
you did. They're thoroughly paid for. I can show you the receipt. No, I'll put you down for 7, Brian. Can you come round and get them? Ideally in the weekend. You'll need a van or something.
Why is that?
Well, they're not all that, mobile.